One of the things that was so satisfying about the Civil War is not just Iron Man and Captain America facing off against each other in a way that you wouldn't expect, but seeing audiences respond to the new characters that we introduced for the very first time. And the character that really popped out of that movie was, of course, the Black Panther.
We knew we loved Black Panther, and when there was an opportunity in the Civil War development process, he was the one and only person on the list.
Out of all of the characters, Black Panther was probably the biggest departure in terms of what we used to seeing. Not just in the Marvel universe, but in comic book movies in general.
Your Highness.
I definitely feel like he's something special within the Avengers because he sort of creates his own space.
Cap's shield is made out of vibranium. They make Vision's body out of it. Black Panther's suit is made out of it. Ooh! So vibranium and Wakanda are incredibly important to the MCU at large.
Your suit, vibranium?
The Black Panther has been the protector of Wakanda for generations. A mantle passed from warrior to warrior.
What people enjoy most about the MCU is that all of these films stand apart. And when we get into Black Panther, it really is unlike anything we've done before. It's not on alien planets. It's not on other sort of deep mythological roots like the Thor franchise. It's right here on Earth in this spectacular, amazing African nation known as Wakanda.
This never gets old.
So now we get to see Panther's lineage, see Panther's other outfits, meet his amazing, rich cast of characters that surround him, and really do an entire movie that focuses on his world.
How are you feeling today, Mama?
Proud. Your father and I will talk about this day all the time. He is with us, and it is your time to be king.
When we talk about the character and the events after Civil War, he's dealing with the loss of his father on a personal level, but he's also dealing with it on a professional level. You know, he just got the biggest promotion of his life, and it's a whole nation of people who are looking at him for what's next.
Essentially, in Civil War, he spent that movie trying to avenge his father's death.
It was my job to keep him safe, and I fed him.
For this movie, you're seeing him actually deal with the responsibility of becoming the new king.
Wakanda forever!
Wakanda forever! And whether or not he's worthy of that.
Hey, Mark.
I want to be a great king, Baba. Like you.
In an African culture, it's this incredible reverence for your ancestors. This idea of knowing who your ancestors are and them still being among you.
You're a good man, and it's hard for a good man to be king.
So the ring is kind of like a talisman that represents his father, represents his family, and also represents the responsibility that he has to hold as king now.
He's forced to make decisions that really challenge both what he believes is right and wrong, and physically what he thinks he's capable of.
I am not king of all people. I am king of Wakanda.
He has to look out for an entire nation and then also consider that nation's place in the world.
If the world found out what we truly are, what we possess, we could lose our way of life.
The Black Panther character came about in the 60s, in the Silver Age of Marvel Comics, and around the time of the Civil Rights Movement. And how daring it was for Stan Lee and Jack Kirby to say, we're going to introduce a character named the Black Panther, an African character who is smarter than any of our other heroes, who is stronger than most of our other heroes, and who comes from a place which is more advanced and has more intelligence than anywhere else on Earth. And that we finally now, 50 years later, get to put that on the big screen is incredibly exciting for us.
I love how deeply true to the idea of an African story this was, because it has so much respect of tradition. But at the same time, there is a true contemporary issue that we on the continent do deal with, which is the structure of our traditions versus our modernity and who we become as a modern people. And that's what T'Challa learns.
Wakanda will no longer watch from the shadows. We cannot.
There is something about anchoring things in the real world which allows audiences to walk away talking about something beyond the great visuals and beyond the great characters and all the superheroics. But to actually be able to talk about real issues, I think is really important.
Their leaders have been assassinated. Communities flooded with drugs and weapons. They are overly policed and incarcerated.
Marvel really is a universe. All the connections between different characters and different times and different experiences. It's really deeply intricate, which is really exciting.